welcome back to my channel and to this week's Plan With Me video. This week we are going to be planning out the week of May 2nd through to May 8th, which is actually the week of Mother's Day here in Australia. I know that it's it's weird, but I know that Mother's Day and Father's Day are celebrated on different dates and in different months for some places, so I felt the need to clarify that. So Australian Mother's Day was actually on the Sunday the 8th. So yes, it is Mother's Day week. The kit that I'm using this week is a kit from Planet Beautiful. So Planet Beautiful is actually no longer open. It was an Australian sticker store. They did briefly reopen for a period of time, but that is now no longer the case. Like, they sold out of whatever it was that they had left to reopen for, and they are now closed, which is very, very sad. But I did purchase this kit as one of the final kits in one of their final sales. So I did a massive order when the store closed, and I purchased this kit way back then. I don't even know how long ago that was, to be honest. But I feel like it was a very, very long time ago. You'll have to let me know what you think about the spread, because in all honesty, now that it's said and done, and even as I'm looking at it now, I'm not thrilled with it. I kind of put it down to the colors. The full boxes are absolutely beautiful, but I feel like when I look at this kit, I was leaning towards gold, gold foil, that is. And when I ended up planning, I ended up using rose gold, because when you look at the kit, there are actually subtle pops of and hints of rose gold. So I figured it would probably be more appropriate to use a rose gold foil than it would be to use a gold foil. So that's what I did. So I don't know if it's the foil. I don't know whether it's the type of header overlays that I use, because they're much more, I guess they're bolder than the ones that I would normally use. But I don't know. I don't know what it is, but this kit doesn't sit well with me. As pretty as it was before I laid it down on paper, it's one of those kits that I was a little bit disappointed by, because now that I've laid it out, I'm not really impressed with it. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts below. But I did think it was a really, really appropriate kit to use for the week of Mother's Day, because there are these themes of Sunday morning kind of dressing robe. You'll see when I get to the sidebar in the bottom left, there is a woman holding her coffee cup in her dressing robe. You've then got the teapots, the croissant, you've got the soldiers or the dippy eggs, you've got the juice and pancakes, the kitchen scene. To me, when I think of Mother's Day, that is what I think of. I think of making breakfast for your mum, or your mum having breakfast, spending time in the kitchen, coffee, just a chill, relaxed, stress-free day. And I thought that kit, or this kit rather, communicated that really well, so that is why I used it. I don't think, just looking at my plans, a few things happened this week, aside from Mother's Day, so I guess I'll talk through those as we start going through the week. I'm not going to go through my stickers. Again, you guys know I'm trying to sort of steer away from telling you where things are from. So other than telling you guys where the kits are from that I'm using, I tend to now sort of just talk through the plans as opposed to telling you guys where stickers are from, just because I feel like when I do voiceovers, the videos are quite short, and I feel like I end up rushed at the back end of the video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start talking through everything. So my sidebar is very stock standard these days. Again, for anyone who has been here a while, you know that once I sort of get stuck in a habit, that is what I tend to stick to forevermore. So this year I have been very strong on tracking my socials and what I've been reading and or watching in my sidebar. That may change soon, just because I feel like I'm at that point where I need to change it up a bit, but we will see what happens. But yeah, my sidebar, pretty standard. I track my YouTube follows and my Instagram follows, and as I just mentioned, the books or the show that I'm reading, because you will see back in May I was reading, and then I think it was at the very end of May my reading stopped, and I started watching TV shows before bed instead, which probably isn't great, to be honest, but that is what I was doing, and that is what I'm still doing. So you'll notice as we get to that stage, recording what I'm reading will change into recording what I'm watching. But that is my sidebar. And then let's go ahead and jump into Monday. So Monday, again, pretty standard procedure. So I generally always mark Coffee Monday, And then I do go ahead and mark work. And however I mark work for the first day of the week is how I carry it through to the rest of the week. I'm just a little bit, I don't know what the word is, but basically I like the structure of that. I don't want to sort of change up the computers or change up the ways I mark it. I just think it looks better at a glance when you use the same thing throughout, when you're marking like working or whatever it may be. Anyway, don't know what I'm saying. I'm rattling. This day was also the day that my brother got approved for a rental property. So my brother had been at home for like the last 30 odd years. He had been the type of brother who was always saying like from a young age that he was going to move out as soon as he was 18. And just obviously due to different circumstances and life factors, he wasn't able to do that. And then a little bit prior to this, he had put in an application for a rental property and he was approved really quickly. They didn't even ask for references or anything like that. So I was a little bit worried at first, but he did get approved really quickly and he's now happy and settled in a new unit. So I did actually mark that down on Monday because I thought it was kind of significant because, again, like I said, he'd been at home for all of his life and he's the first of my brothers. So there's 4 of us all together. For anyone who doesn't know, I am married and live outside of home. And then this is the next brother of 3 other brothers of mine. So it's me and 3 brothers. He is the first of the 3 brothers to move out. I mean, he's the second oldest, so I guess it makes sense. But anyway, and then the only other thing that I really had that was, I guess, somewhat notable for Monday was that I had a nap and just chilled out on the couch. Then we go ahead and jump into Tuesday. So Tuesday was not a great day. It was one of those days that sort of felt really, really long, tiring, exhausting. For some reason or another, I was feeling a little bit jittery. And when I say that I was feeling jittery, I mean like I was feeling kind of anxious. I don't really know what it was. I couldn't really pinpoint it, but I just had that feeling of overwhelming anxiety and I just couldn't function to the best of my ability. So I did mark that down. I did mark down that it was a long day. When I was finishing work for the day, I did actually tidy up a little bit. I don't know, for the most part, I really hate cleaning. Like, I hate it with a passion. There's just something about having to have every single surface of your couch, every single surface of your house sparkling 24/7. That just, like, I hate it. But anyway, sometimes when I'm in like an anxious mood and I need a distraction, sometimes I'll find it therapeutic. So, you know, I'll scrub the sinks and I'll wipe down the benches, not wash the benches, do laundry, that sort of stuff. And sometimes it can be therapeutic. For the most part, I just hate it. But on this particular day, tidying up was beneficial. I did also do some laundry this day, and then that evening, probably mostly because I was feeling not so well and we didn't really want to make anything, we did actually have Pizza Hut for dinner, and then I did just sit on Twitch for the evening and hang out in my friends' streams. By streams, plural, because I have 2 friends that stream, so generally when I'm not doing anything or I have nothing to do of an evening, that is what I'll do. I'll sort of spend some time with them. Then we jump into, I was going to say Monday again, jump into Wednesday. So Wednesday, again, we like every day, Monday to Friday, we've got work. And then after work, I did work on my shell build. So for anyone who may be new here, of course, hello. But if you're wondering what a shell build is, that basically means that on The Sims 4, I mean, I guess it's not limited to The Sims 4, but Sims 4 is what I was playing. Creators, my friends, build like a shell of a home or a building. They just basically put the walls on and the floors in, and then you have to turn it into something amazing. So you can turn it into a home, you can turn it into like a shop, you can turn it into like a hospital, whatever you want to do within obviously the game's limitations. You then have to turn that blank canvas essentially into something functional, something great. So this particular day I was spending time working on one of my friend's shell builds. I don't remember which one. I should probably start specifying because I've done a couple of shell challenges recently. But I was working on a shell at this point. It might have been Freya's. I don't know. I can't remember, but that's what I did. And then when I got done with that, or when I sort of had enough for that, I did go downstairs and I played some Animal Crossing. So again, back in May, I was also playing Animal Crossing again. And then I've not played it since. So I did pop that in. And then Wednesday, pretty traditional. For anyone, again, who has been around for a while, you know that generally speaking, my hair wash and like self-care days are Wednesdays and Sundays. So naturally, I have a wash hair little section marked off here on Wednesday, and then I went to bed. Yay. Then we move over to Thursday. So Thursday was a great day. Thursday we welcomed Flo into our life for the month, and love that. And naturally, for me anyway, when I meet Flo for the month, I get very emotional. I get very sort of in my head. I get a little bit low, and that's what this day brought for me. So I did mark that I was in my feelings a little bit. I don't know what it is. Generally about a week before, I get really like sort of angry and moody and snappy, and like anything can put me on edge. And then like the first sort of day, a couple of days before and sort of that week, I'm then very emotional. So that's always great because I'm always like crying about God knows what. The sky is blue, so I cry. I don't know. But I start sort of really thinking about things in life and how I've, what I have achieved, what I haven't achieved, and I don't know. It gets messy. You guys know. If you know, you know. Again, another lazy night, and because I was in my feelings, we did get takeout again. So we had McDonald's this night for dinner, which I have marked. And then I don't know if it went hand in hand or if it was just a coincidence, but I did have a really sore tummy this night. And no, I don't mean cramps. I mean like I had a sore tummy, like I felt sick. So again, I don't know if that went hand in hand with the McDonald's and it was kind of like, you shouldn't be eating this, or if the McDonald's was bad. I don't know, but my stomach was gross and it was not a fun time. And then again, I did hang out on Twitch for the rest of Thursday evening. Friday I worked, and then after work I did work some more on my shell challenge, which was a lot of fun. I've been playing a lot of Sims lately and it's been really good because I spend all this money on the Sims games and other PC games and I never actually play them. Probably because I'm working from home, so I'm working on my PC all day, and then the last thing that I want to do after work is sit on my PC and play games. And I guess it's made even worse by the fact that the PC I play games on is also the PC that I work on. So I kind of just want to like run as far away from my computer as I can after work, which is sad because the games make me happy and I really enjoy playing them, but it is what it is. I've been trying to be better about that lately and it's been really fun. But yeah, I worked on my shell challenge, and then I did play some more Animal Crossing this day as well. And then that evening for dinner, we did have Mad Max, which is one of our favorite Friday night dinners. It is takeaway, but it's like generally I'll have a naked burrito, which is essentially a salad. And then I have like a tortilla on the side, so I kind of make my own burrito just out of the like salad and the tortilla. And then this evening we watched Home Team. I can't remember exactly what it was about, but I feel like it was good. It was decent. It wasn't terrible. So we watched that. And then on Saturday, I've marked that I slept pretty much all of the day. And then when we did finally get out of bed, we did a bit of a drive around. We went to like the local shops because there was a lady who was doing a flower stall there, and we wanted to look for flowers for both my mum and my husband's mum. And then while we were there, we did stop at the bakery, and I don't remember what I ate, but I definitely got some coffee, and he had, I don't remember, a drink and some food. And then when we came home, I ended up playing Animal Crossing for pretty much the rest of the day. And then, you know it, we had some more takeout. We had Chinese for dinner this night, and then we did watch Don't Breathe 2. So this week was a very heavy takeout week. It has been a very heavy takeout week for the last couple of weeks, and that's just because we've had so much on. But when you look back at it like this and you see that you've had what was that, 1, 2, 3, at least 4 nights of takeout out of 7. Love to see that. And only one of those options was relatively healthy. Anyway, we watched Don't Breathe 2, which was really good. I enjoyed it. Don't Breathe 1, or just Don't Breathe. So we watched number 2 this night, and that is on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but it was pretty good. If you're interested in kind of like horror, I think it's horror. I don't know if it's also thriller. It's definitely, I think it's advertised as horror. But yeah, if you enjoy kind of horror movies and suspenseful movies, definitely worthwhile checking out Don't Breathe and Don't Breathe 2. And then finally on Sunday, it was Mother's Day, so that is the first thing that I marked at the top of the day there. And then my mother-in-law was actually quite unwell, so we weren't actually able to spend time with her on this day. She was sick. She told us to sort of stay away kind of thing, because this is obviously when COVID was still doing its thing. So we did want to make sure that she still had something and still felt special on that day. So we did actually drive the flowers that we'd purchased for her out to her house and drop them off and sort of wished her a happy Mother's Day from a very safe distance. But then we actually ended up staying at her house anyway. We just sort of weren't near her. We ended up hanging out with my husband's dad or my father-in-law, and we ended up, we went to the shops first. We got some coffee. We got some cinnamon donuts because they are the best. And we came home, we gave him some cinnamon donuts, and I drank my coffee. And then we ended up going, he wanted to get out of the house because he'd had surgery like a couple of weeks prior. And he was at that point where he was sick of being at home, so he wanted to get out of the house. So we took him and we had KFC for lunch, and we just ate in the store. And then we went to, there was like a little pet store next to KFC. So we walked over and had a bit of a look in there. And then we drove back home, took him home. And then we came home to see my mum. So we spent some time at my mum's house, and her partner had made some Thai food from scratch, which is really, really yummy. So we just hung out there, watched some TV, did some, trash talking, talking about the times when we were kids and giving mum grief over all the memories. And then I marked the Thai food, of course. And that was pretty much my Sunday and my entire week marked out. So if you have made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video and you would like to see more, please consider leaving a like, a subscribe, and a comment down below. And I will see you all very, very soon for another Plan With Me video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye for now.